I'd like to take you through a guided meditation. Let's all settle in. Assume a Sukhasana posture. Sukhasana means easy pose, but it's not as simple as it sounds. So cross your legs in front. Sukhasana requires us to engage our core and back muscles. Sitting in chairs for too long, ironically, doesn't always encourage good posture. For some, it can be helpful to raise the hips with a blanket, block, or cushion, especially when we're sitting for longer periods of time in meditation. It's also perfectly acceptable to change the cross of the legs if one gets too tired or tight in the middle of our session. Alternatively, you could assume hero's pose with the legs bent, sitting on the heels or the heels out, or even a lotus or half lotus, as long as you have the flexibility. You can keep your hands outstretched on your thighs with the palms up or palms down. You could opt to place the hands on your lap, perhaps with one hand on top of each of the other in a Buddha mudra. The thumbs may touch. Begin to close your eyes and bring awareness to the state of your body and the flow of energy. Continuing on with our journey, it's only natural to feel different things as our experience changes. And it's okay not to know exactly where the journey will lead. We don't have all the answers, yet we can stay open to all possibilities. I invite you here to go inward. Breathe deep and relax completely. Prior to meditation, sometimes it's best to tame the large muscles of the body. And even though some tension may remain, for meditation, we want to work towards feeling through the subtler layers of our being. So relax your face, your eyes, your forehead, your jaw, your neck. Let your shoulders fall down and back. In doing so, our chest naturally lifts. As we quiet the mind, let's practice our 3-part yogic breathing. On your next inhale, first fill up your lower abdomen with air. Then up through your ribs. And finally the upper chest. From here, hold the breath for a few seconds. Now exhale, letting out all the stale energy. Do this also in 3 parts: upper, middle, lower. Make it slow. There's no rush here. And towards the end of your exhale, gently bring your navel in towards the spine. It's said you can do anything by controlling the breath. That's why we're practicing here and now. But in the hustle and bustle of the day, remember to return to your yogic breathing to activate the parasympathetic nervous system response, or rest and digest mode, as we learn to make this conscious form of breathing a habit. Continue to breathe like this. at your own pace. In meditation, it's helpful to have an object to focus on. And in this case, we're using the breath, which, if you think about it, is a moving meditation. Stay curious with any sensations you might be having. Try being non-judgmental, accepting of everything. How do you feel at this moment? Whether you're in a state of discomfort or ready to hit the sack, it's all okay. There might be some resistance at first to what we're doing here. In many ways, it goes against certain lessons we've been taught in our society about being outwardly productive, not being lazy. But it's important to understand meditation is a form of movement. Spiritual movement as we progress along our path. It's also a much needed rest from our thoughts. Remember, we're not just our thoughts. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. As such, we don't need to use words to describe how we are. We can just be. It's all good. In this practice, I ask you to confront yourself without violence. An essential tenet of yoga is ahimsa, or nonviolence. Put another way, ahimsa means kindness. Thank yourself for the act of kindness you're showing to yourself by being present here. Let your actions be a peaceful protest with the lower self, i.e. your ego, and its tendency to think itself separate from everything. Our higher self, ever patient and loving, is the silent witness. May we avail to connect with our highest and best self now. What qualities does your higher self embody? Patience, love, wisdom. This is our true nature. And our spiritual inheritance. Now imagine, what if you already were your best self? What if you realized you were already enough? What would total acceptance look like in your own life? Perhaps it means choosing to love unconditionally, first with oneself, then with others. We are never completely alone. And this spiritual community is proof. Thank you for letting me guide you through this meditation. May we all be blessed with peace, love, and wisdom. Namaste. Continue in meditation as long as you wish. Until next time, my friend.